welcome to my channel. Good to see you. The Osun State governorship election has come and gone, and the winner has emerged. Adeleke, the presidential candidate of the PDP, won the election, scoring 403,371 votes as against Boyega's 375,027 votes. So Adeleke won with 28,344 votes. There's jubilation all over the place in Osogbo and many parts of the country, because at least it's an indication that if INEC gets it right, the coming election is going to be free and fair than previous elections. So it's a very good thing. Nigerians are excited. That's why everybody should go and get his or her voter's card. And while the whole country, especially those who want change in the country, who want democratic change in Nigeria, those who want the people's votes to count, are celebrating. Some supporters of People's Democratic Party, like Reno Omokri and some others, we are shading the Labour Party and Mr. Peter Obi. But I dare say that the election in Osun State is not a referendum on Peter Obi or the Labour Party. This should be clear to every discernible person. The election is not a referendum on Peter Obi or the Labour Party. This election of 2023, I keep saying it, is going to be election fought by candidates themselves. It is going to be about individuals and not the party. And even this election that was concluded in Osun, it is not because of PDP that the election was won. It was because of the individual on the ballot, and that is Adeleke. That is why PDP won. It's not because of the party. And I will prove it here. Meanwhile, before I prove it for you, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, like this video, share it widely. Because when you share this video widely, others will be able to be enlightened on what is going on in the country and how we can be able to have the democracy survive in Nigeria, and the will of the people will be able to be sustained for the long time. Because the truth of the matter is that the 2023 presidential election and the election generally is a time for change. There's no sitting on the fence. And when we share it widely, other people who are not enlightened yet will be enlightened. Because some of the things I reveal here, some of the things I say here, are the things that will help our democracy to grow. And it is not good for an individual to hoard this kind of information. So that is why it's important you subscribe, you share this widely. God bless you as you do so. Now, why do I say that this election is going to be about individuals? And why did I say that Osun election is about the Adelekes and the candidate and not about the party? I will tell you why. You can see that in this election of Saturday, Adeleke won with 28,000 votes. But don't forget, this election was a repeat of 2018 governorship election in Osun. In that election, in 2018, Adeleke won. Adeleke won that election by only 353 votes. INEC magically declared that election inconclusive. Now, when the conclusive election were eventually held in that same 2018, APC won with only 482 votes. Please, I want you to write it down because this number is important where I'm going to. APC won with only 482 votes. 482 votes. That was what APC used in becoming governor. Because as I said earlier, in the first ballot, PDP actually won. But there was manipulation and INEC declared it inconclusive. In the rerun election, APC were able to maneuver their way and they won. But even their winning was with a small margin, 482 votes. So I want you to write it down, 482, because it's important where I'm going to. The following year, in 2019, presidential election, just as next year, we are going to have the presidential election in Nigeria. The following year, 2019, during the presidential election, do you know what happened? Buhari floored Atiku Abubakar of People's Democratic Party because what made people of Osun to vote for Adeleke was not the same thing that motivated them in voting for the presidential election. And I will show you why. Because I'm going to use the facts and figures to prove it to you. Now, if you look at the results of Osun State in 2019, the 2019 presidential election result in Osun State, President Muhammadu Buhari of the All Progressive Congress scored 347,674 votes. You may write it down. 347,674 votes. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party got 337,377 votes. 337,377 votes. The winning margin that President Muhammadu Buhari used in defeating Atiku in Osun State was over 10,000 votes. And if you want to know the precise figure, Buhari beat Atiku with 10,297 votes. Now, this is a state where their governor emerged with only 482 votes after the rerun. A state in which PDP won the first round before it was declared inconclusive with only 353 votes. So how manage that in the presidential election, the following election cycle, 2019, this same Osun State, where the incumbent, because don't forget, Boyega was the candidate of the incumbent governor at the time. APC was the government of the state. Yet, Adeleke gave them a run for their money. It is not because of PDP. It's because of Adeleke. Now, when Adeleke was not in the ballot in the presidential election, look at the wide margin that Buhari used in defeating Atiku Abubakar. Over 10,000 votes. So that shows you clearly that what is at play in Osun State is the individual, is the Adeleke case. That is what was on the ballot. Of course, the PDP was the platform. You cannot contest election without a platform. So what drives the victory that you saw on Saturday is the Adeleke as the candidate. If it had been any other candidate, I can bet my bottom dollar that APC would have cruised home with that ticket, with that trophy of winning the governorship. That is a fact. So it is about the individual. And the 2023 presidential election is not about party, it's about the individual. Look at Labour Party. Labour Party was formed since 2002, but today Labour Party is in the hearts and mind of every Nigerian. Why? Because Peter Obi, the candidate, the individual, is in the ballot. If you go and watch the campaign of 2018, which Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu participated too, he didn't mention Labour Party. He didn't have to say that you labor and die you labor in vain, or that do not die laboring, okay, or something like that. He didn't have to say that in 2018 because there was nothing to write home about Labour Party at that time. But today, an individual who moved to the party in May have turned everything around, and everybody is singing Peter Obi. Peter Obi has become the person everybody is talking about. Why is it that everybody is talking about Peter Obi and Labour Party? It is because of the candidate. It is because of the individual. You remove Peter Obi now from Labour Party, and Labour Party, you will discover that there is virtually nothing in Labour Party as far as this presidential election is concerned. We do respect to Labour Party. So the reason why Labour Party is trending is because of Peter Obi. And the reason why Nigerians are expecting change in 2023 is because the election is going to be about individuals. Many of the people you see today supporting Peter Obi were hitherto supporters of PDP or APC. That is the gospel truth. But now they have overcome that. And what they are looking at now is the individual. Who will save this country? Who will rescue Nigeria from total malaise, from bankruptcy, from runaway inflation, from poverty capital of the world? Who will do it? The country is in dire straits. The country is on life support. They are now borrowing money to pay salaries. It is unheard of that federal government borrows money to pay salary, but that is what is going on right now. So this cannot continue. So Nigerians are looking for individuals and not political party, because there's not much difference between PDP and APC. Let's be frank about this. PDP and APC the difference between them is the difference between Eba and Gary. It is the difference between 6 and half a dozen. That's not much difference. That's why anybody that they come from APC to PDP assimilates immediately. In fact, there is no orientation. You just blend in. Look at how Atiku moved from in 2015. He moved to APC. Before 2019, he returned to PDP. Okay, if they had not given him the ticket in PDP, he would have gone elsewhere. Perhaps he would have returned to APC and try his luck again. So it is not about Peter Obi. The election in Osun is not a referendum on Peter Obi. That people are talking about Peter Obi like that is an indication of the fear of his opponents. You can see that even Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu never talks about Atiku Abubakar. Sowore never talks about Atiku Abubakar or Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All of them are talking about Mr. Peter Obi because he is the person, the individual that is trending and that has capacity and that has proven his capacity to govern. And I can tell you for free that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is one of the most smart politicians in Nigeria. He must have sent his full soldiers. They must have done their research and found out that the man to beat is Peter Obi of the Labour Party. And that's why Peter Obi is in their mouth every time. Because I know that Aswadibola may to be someone who love doing research, especially when it comes to politics of this nation. Okay? And he knew that his biggest competitor right now is Mr. Peter Obi. The PDP themselves, they are aware of it. That's why he's in their mouth all the time. He's in their mind. When they sleep every day and wake up, it's Mr. Peter Obi they're thinking about. Because that is the man that is standing between them and Aso Rock Villa. And this election in 2023 is going to be about individuals. Who is better to run Nigeria in 2023? Most Nigerians are gravitating towards Mr. Peter Obi. That is why APC and PDP they are alarmed. That is why many of them are taking jabs on him because of the results of Labour Party in Osun State, in which he was not in the ballots. And the election itself is not a referendum on Mr. Peter Obi's acceptability as a national candidate. His endorsement keep on widening every day. His endorsement keep on increasing every day. If that doesn't tell you anything, I don't think anything will tell you anything. So it's a fact. So when people begin to make comments about how that Labour Party, Peter Obi, they are only on social media. Okay, if they're only on social media, why are you worried about it? You should be enjoying. You should be relaxing. Okay? But I'm telling you for free that this election in 2023, the presidential election, is going to be about individual. It's not about the party. Okay? And the person that is on the ballot that most Nigerians are rooting for right now is Mr. Peter Obi. If he is not, APC and PDP will not be agitated over him and his political party. Thank you for watching this. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. Like this video. Share it widely. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you will be among the first to know. Thank you. God bless you.